I'm super focused.
I'm super inclusive.
I'm super curious.
I'm super abled.
What kind of super are you? I'm Dean Indira Shetty. Welcome to Godolphin University.
Gen V has finally concluded its first season, and I just right off the bat have to give this show some major props for what it was able to do. I think I speak for a vast majority of fans of The Boys, to where we were definitely worried about the spinoff. I thought it was going to be on the level of a CW production. This I mean, it is kind of like that, but the production value and the writing, it's really good. Gen V is about Marie. She is this struggling college student trying to make her way in life. She is estranged from her sister after accidentally murdering her parents, whilst also discovering her blood manipulation powers, kind of like bloodbending in a way. So now she's attending Godolphin University, the school that she's always wanted to go to become a crime fighter, and then to prove to her sister that she's not a monster, but that she's actually a hero, and she really, really wants to make up for that relationship. But along the way, she discovers all of these new relationships that builds her up as a character and makes her honestly rediscover a lot about herself. But then again, this whole series is encapsulated by this mystery of the woods and what exactly the woods are, and how is it affecting superhuman society, and why is it, happening at this school of all places? Going back to my review for Five Nights at Freddy's, I mentioned that some of the characters in that movie I didn't like up until the very end, and then that's when I understood, why they did the things they did earlier on. Whereas here in The Boys Gen V, you like the characters almost throughout the show, even despite their downfalls. You enjoy the journey with them, you understand the decisions that they make early on, and then you completely understand them later down the line. And I think that is something that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie definitely failed to capitalize on. Now, when these characters are making these decisions at face value, it's not until they make that decision to where they start to see everything spiral out of control because of X, Y, and Z factors. Politics, interacting with family, like literally everything. That's what I love about The Boys, by the way, is just how ingrained the show is into real life, and it just adds superheroes onto the front of things. This is just so grounded. Everything feels so weighted. Every decision, every character moment. It brings me back to that time when I really, really enjoyed like the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones. And not to mention the actors also, you can tell that they care about these characters. And then not only adding all of those educational politics and societal norms into the show, and watching these characters not only struggle with it, but have to also hurdle over it while maintaining their relationships and maintaining who they are as an individual. Now, it is essentially rated R. They do drop the F-bomb quite often, which it feels like it's lazy writing to me sometimes, because is that all these characters say is the F-bomb? But it's also, it's not lazy, because you can tell that the writers, they put a lot of thought and effort into these mysteries, these characters, things going on in the background. There are other factors at play, and it makes this world feel lived in. It feels like it's just continuously breathing, like the world itself is an actual character, a part of the show, but also the ensemble with Jordan, Andre, Emma, literally everyone here, Kate, they all do such a great job at representing this world and making it just flow. These characters, they're not perfect. These lead characters, they are heavily flawed. They make poor decisions. They're college students. It's gonna happen. But it's not to the same level of The Boys, which isn't a bad thing. It's doing its own thing. I could definitely relate to Emma like right away. And especially because when the show first came out, I was just getting nothing but hate comments on my YouTube videos. She also struggled to cope with that, and she coped with it in a pretty bad way. And so I could understand what this character was going through. I never once said that like what she was doing was bad. I just felt bad for her. And it's not only this character. I loved the character of Jordan and what they represented. They are going to be a very controversial character. Jordan's powers are that of switching genders while also having indestructible skin and also having some kind of force push ability. And the first point being is, they swap genders in and out. And one of the interesting things that I saw was that they would always turn into a man done when they wanted to make a point. And you can see the character flaws within that. So I just thought like every single character, including Jordan, Emma, Marie, Andre, and you see how they're all dynamically written. It's so good. I loved the story. I loved the writing. I loved the production. Now there are a few episodes here that are very hit or miss. They're kind of slow. They feel like filler episodes. There's not really a lot of downtime in this show. The pacing, it's just like, hey, you keeping up? You hear? All right, we're moving on to the next point. So you really have to pay attention to the show. I highly recommend Gen V Season 1 as it gets my Airing Austin stamp of approval. That's gonna go ahead and do it for my, I guess, TV show review for Gen V. If it's not clear, I highly recommend everyone go check this out. It's streaming over on Amazon Prime. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Did you guys watch the show? Let me know what you guys thought about it. Otherwise, hit subscribe for some more movie and TV show reviews. My name is Austin. Rhymes with, I guess, Boston. It's a place. They're both technically places, but I'm a human, just so you all know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.